Hi, Leroy Cup from New Horizons Healthy Foods here. On today's episode, I'm going to ask you, this is for parents specifically. If you're a parent out there, the question to you is, what would you do, how much would you pay, what action would you take to give your kid another 20 years of life added to their lifespan? Okay, think about that. The average lifespan in the U.S. is 76 years old, and might sound pretty good, but compared to countries like Japan, we're not really doing so good, okay? And more scary is the young generation of kids. That generation is actually predicted to live shorter lifespan than the older generations, okay? Which is like the first time ever, right? So this is scary stuff. And why? Why, with all the healthcare, the billions and billions and billions of dollars we put into healthcare, with all the advances, why is the lifespan predicted to go down? It's the food, it's the lifestyle, right? People are inactive, and more importantly, their diet from a young age is terrible. Most infants aren't getting breastfed, and then as soon as they're able to eat solid food, it's just junk food. And a diet loaded in animal products, loaded with added sugars, loaded with added oils, loaded with added salts. From then on forth, with low in fruits and vegetables. Okay, so diet is a huge killer. So being overweight, being obese, is going to take 20 years off your child's life. And we know that we can become virtually heart attack proof with healthy enough lifestyles. We can reduce our cancer risk 80-90%. Type 2 diabetes need never occur. Reduce our stroke risk by, by tons. Most chronic diseases need never occur. So it's just funny to me. I'm not criticizing anyone, surely. I'm just kind of making an observation. I don't have kids, of course, but, I think, as parents, we put so much energy in our children. Take them to this sport, take them to dance, take them to this, take them to that. It's like our lives revolve around our kids, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's, if you had kids, that's what you do, right? But it's like, then when it comes to their health, we tend to totally ignore it as a society. Just give them the junk food, just give them the cake, just give them the hot dog. Whatever they want, whatever's easy or whatever's faster. Is it because we're so burned out? We're so stressed out, just, whatever we can rip open from a package and give it to them? And then we wonder why our kids won't eat fruits and vegetables, because, they're used to Fruit Loops, not fruit, right? And just fruits and vegetables have a hard time competing against processed foods. So the question is, if we're willing to put, how much effort are you willing to make your kids healthy? What better gift can you give them than to not see them die of a heart attack at 40 years old, not get digestive disease at 25, not get cancer at 60, or whatever it is? Trust me, I work in the health field, and there's a lot of sick people out there, whether you know it or not. We're in a health crisis, but we don't have to be. So just ask yourself as a parent, what am I willing to do? Am I willing to set a good example? Am I willing to go out of my way to have fruits and vegetables laying around? Am I willing to have kids make healthy recipes with me, make the smoothie recipe, get excited about them, making smoothies and making banana and ice cream, and all these kind of things you can do, and get out, get the kids for a walk, get them on a bike ride, do things with them as a family. So just something to think about, not criticizing anyone. I know it's just cultural, it's just habit, it's just conditioning, it's just we're stressed out, and it's easy that you don't have time to think of a whole nother way of eating. It's just the way a lot of us grew up. So it's just something to think about. But remember, number one killer of Americans is dietary factors by far. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to carb up, don't forget to green up. See you next time.